their eyes and shake their head while listening to the piano at Nordstrom's. And be like, no, I get the brothers. It's like, actually, that's a French guy in a tuxedo.
Yeah. Being paid sub-minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I bet you get a nice little Nordstrom's a classy place.
They don't get paid that much, but it is very hard to get that job.
Really?
Because I talked to a Nordstrom guy one time. I used to talk to him. I'm like, so what? I'm like, how the fuck do you end up?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I was so curious because I'm like, this isn't like being a mall Santa.
No.
You know, and he's like, no, it was fucking very hard to get this job.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
What hoops does he have to jump through?
I don't remember. This was already like, you know, I was a teenager. I was working at the mall and I just.
And you were hanging out with him afterwards in his car.
Exactly.
In the parking lot.
It's weird because I you know, it's your memory kind of gets jumbled up, but I know that it's impossible because I used to shit at the Sears.
Right.
That's
where they had the good bathrooms.
They had a good bathroom.
Yes.
No, I mean it. And
which mall is this for the listeners?
Lake Forest.
Lake Forest.
Yeah, and I would go shit at the Sears, but then it's like maybe it wasn't even a Nordstrom's because now I'm having like. Now it may have been just a pianist at a restaurant.
Yeah.
that I went to one time. Because it's
he was lying to try and molest you.
Yeah. And I never, because they don't have a pianist at Sears, and it was
certainly not.
I was definitely shitting at the Sears.
Interesting.
You know,
was it in the bathroom at Sears?
It was. It was in the craftsman's tool aisle, which is another thing they don't have at Sears anymore.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. That was the coolest part of Sears.
Yeah,
because it's some shitty store. Mm-hmm. As a kid, you're like, this store sucks dick. It's not as good as the other ones.
The Craftsman.
And then you take a right turn. It's like, oh, this is a fucking Home Depot now. This is fucking tight.
Yeah.
And it's not as scary as Home Depot.
Yeah.
As a little kid, you were scared. It's big. Sears, you understand a department store.
Yeah.
A department store, a child runs wild. You hide in between the little things.
Yeah.
You know, you've probably had some nice fucking Sarku Japan.
I have another early memory of being, and I don't even know what mall it was, because it had to be somewhere in Virginia, because I remember being with my grandmother, and then we went to the mall, and it's like, this is one of those things, it's like, did something happen? I don't know. Because it's hard to explain, but I remember being in the mall and then going into like a stock room thinking it was a dressing room, and it was like it was a room I shouldn't be in.
Oh no.
And then and there was like the walls were like some kind of like, it was just like a weird red and mauve color scheme that was just sort of like visually offensive.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That memory ends. And then I remember being in
and now you have just scent memory. It's a man's cologne.
A defensive driving class. I mean, watching a video. And in the video, this was years later. So this is a decade later. In the video, they're explaining how anti-lock brakes work. And they were like, why you maybe you should, like, this is prior to anti-lock brakes. I forget the point of the video, but it's like if you're hydroplaning, you're on ice, you should pump the brakes or something.
Right.
So it shows a guy pumping the brakes, but it's a shot of like, I don't know, like the floor area, the driver's side floor area of like a I don't know, like a Cutlass Sierra or something, and it had the same kind of red. There was like a red velvet interior to the thing, and there was something that was like, oh, this is something's wrong. You know?
God damn, dude.
And I have no idea what it was. But it was just one of those things.
How old were you at that mall the first time?
I don't know. It must have been like 4.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. 4 or 5. I don't think
some gay man in a velvet tuxedo sucked your dick.
I don't think, because I feel like those are the kinds of things I don't believe in, like repressed memories. I do believe in like inexplicable emotional trauma. That's like, you know, because it's like there's different levels of trauma.
Yeah,
you could just be misplaced in the mall for a second.
Totally, and as a 4-year-old. You're so scared.
I remember going into a bathroom.
And then a kind stranger promises to take you to your grandma.
I remember going into a bathroom one time, and have you ever seen those bathrooms in older buildings where they have the round sink with the pedal?
Yes.
You know, the first time I saw one of those, I would horrify me. Because I didn't know what it was. I went in the bathroom, and I was like, what the fuck is this machine? It was like something out of Nightmares.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm trying to think of like shit that scared the fuck out of me as a little-ass kid.
I used to have this recurring nightmare that I would be in like in like school when I was a kid, but the school always had an additional wing, like a secret wing, and then there was always an element of like, your clothes are missing or something like that, or you don't have your homework or something. But then I would go into the bathroom and I need to use it, and then the bathroom would be all just like sort of like, the way like at one of those like refineries or like where there's just pipes. The floor is just all these weird pipes, and there's no, like, I don't know how to use any of these pipes, and they all kind of just like interlock, and you can't use the bathroom. Yeah. But that was like a recurring nightmare I would have.
Damn, I don't remember any of my fucking nightmares as a little ass kid.
Really?
Not really.
I think I spent so much time in my subconscious.
I was scared of the
theater of the mind.
The theater of the mind, of course. I remember one time going to my mom, and it was I was like 3. Or I was like 4, and I had a memory of being 2, and my brother's just being born.
And you were molested by a guy in a velvet tuxedo.
And then a guy in a velvet tuxedo, and then he came through and he sucked my.
It'd be funny if we were abducted by a pedophile. They're calling him the Maryland child rapist, and we were both molested. And then the guy's driving around, and he's like, "Well, you suck my father's dick."
That's the only explanation.
In dog kennels. Yeah. We're like, what the fuck? And then we're just dropped off wherever.
Right.
And then
and he threw a donut in the back seat, and I got most of it. And you've been mad about it our whole lives.
Yeah. It's like, no, I don't know where the parody song thing came
from. I do. Sometimes I wonder if I was molested because my parents would never let me sleep over anywhere, and they would freak out if I was missing for even like a fucking hour. Like in Greece one time, I just kind of went and played video games and got lost in an arcade. Yeah. And I told my dad I was gonna be with my cousin, but I was like, "Don't worry, I'll stay here." I lied to her.
Right. They're worried that you like belong to a senator. Yeah. Just some guy in a robe.
Yes.
Yeah,
an Athenian senator.
Yeah, he just has you in a bird cage, completely nude. Stavros, he's at the Capitol and they're passing laws. They're
voting into his ass.
For using him as a trumpet to announce the vote.
But and he was and I lied to my cousin and told her my dad was cool with me being at the arcade, so I was just alone. Yeah. And then my family was so freaked out that I was gone for like, I was only gone for like an hour, just playing video games. Like, it's not a big deal. And he freaked out, and he wouldn't let me sleep over anywhere. And he was like, "You never know. There's sick people out." And I was a really cute kid. I was adorable. So I'm thinking I might have gotten my little ass fucked or sucked or something, and I don't even know about it.
I remember being with my mom and my grandma, and we were walking through a parking lot, and I like went a different way, and it was like, I don't know why I did. I was like maybe 10, 15, 20 feet behind them or something, and there was like a tunnel, and then you could go over, and I like went over it, and then I get to the end of the tunnel, and they're not there, and then like I just went to the car and waited at the car, and eventually they came back to the car, and they're like, "Where the fuck were you?"
Right.
And I was like, I just walked the other way, and they're like, and then my mom was like, "You can't do that." I don't know, it's probably like 8.
Yeah.
She's like, "You can't do that." Growing up, she's like, "You remember Jenny or whatever?" And like so my grandma's like, "Oh yeah," She's like, "My friend Jenny, she wandered away, and then they found her in the woods 3 weeks later, and she had been raped, and she was never the same again. She was ruined."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
So I wonder. Sometimes I truly wonder. But I guess we'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll never know.
And the reality is, my mom would have loved it if I was raped. That would have made her day.
Oh my God, she would have had a story for the rest of her life.
Yeah, just telling her friend, just at the post office in line. My son was raped, by the way. Are you using this pen?
Yeah.
My son was raped.
My son was raped. That pen reminds me. Mm-hmm. My son had a pen in his ass.
It's just a bumper sticker that says my son was raped.
Yeah.
Cutting people off in traffic. Did you see the bumper sticker? Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah.
But I persevered. I made it through.